Hello everyone, welcome to Basus Financial Channel. Here mainly we are going to discuss about the stock market, okay, and different stocks and mainly index, Nifty and Bank Nifty. Today I wanted to make some kind of awareness among the people how to achieve financial independence. Say like whether you like just assume that you are having age of somewhere around 25 to 30 in this range, and it is always important to achieve the financial independence you achieve before you arrive at 60 years of age. Okay, and there are a number of ways of making investment, especially in India. Okay, so there are so many methods, so I'm going to discuss one by one, and also the risk associated with each investment. Okay, when I talk about risk, it is very very important. Okay, when the risk is very high, the return will also be high. When the risk is very low, the return will also be low. Okay, so it is as simple as that. It is directly proportional. The risk and return both are directly proportional to each other. So first, let us discuss. There are so many methods already people are knowing, and some methods most of the people are not knowing. So I wanted to create some kind of awareness among all the people who are living in cities, towns, and villages. First, most of the people know savings account. Okay, savings account that they are going to be opening in bank. Okay, so this savings account, what you're going to be doing, that you'll be just depositing the money and withdrawing it whenever you want it. The rate of interest associated with the savings account is very less. In State Bank of India, as far as I know, it is just 2.7% annually. Okay, suppose if you have 100 rupees in your account throughout the year, the at the end of the financial year, you are going to get 2.7 rupees. Okay, so that is with respect to State Bank of India, this one savings account return. And here, the money will be highly safe. Okay, there is no chance that you are going to be losing money. It will be highly safe, and it will be in the custodian of a bank. Next one, FD, fixed deposit. Okay, so when we talk about fixed deposit, mainly most of the banks are offering different rate of interest. If you consider the public banks, you are having somewhere around 4 to 5 percentage of interest that they are offering annually. Okay, and maybe for senior citizens, they're offering uh, rate of interest somewhere around 5 to 6%. Okay, and some of the public private banks, they're slightly offering 4.5 to 5.5 percentage rate of interest, and another 0.5 percentage extra for senior citizens. And here the safety wise, it is also highly safe. Okay, so this savings account, this will also be highly safe. This is with respect to fixed deposit. Whether you deposit money in public bank or private bank, it will be safe, and the rate of interest that you are getting is very very low, just 4 to 5% or 5 to 6%. This is with respect to nationalized bank. When you go to some of the cooperative banks, they are present mostly in towns and smaller cities. Okay, there the risk is slightly higher and the return is also slightly higher. And most of the cooperative banks, they're offering 7.5 to 8 percentage return. Okay, since they are not present all over India, they are present only in some of the regions. It is having slight amount of risk compared to the nationalized bank FTs. Okay, and the rate of interest they are offering is 7.5 to 8 percentage. Okay, this benefit most of the people in villages. They are availed by the farmers. Okay, they are depositing money in some of the cooperative banks or cooperative societies. There they are getting just 8% return. The risk is very low. This is one way of making investment FTs. The next investment is PPF. Before that, let me discuss EPF. If you are working in private sector or public sector, the employer he will be paying you some amount of provident fund, and certain amount of salary will be deducted from your net salary, and that will be paid into uh, provident fund. Okay, provident fund account that will be mainly managed by EPFO, or that is a central government organization, and they are offering rate of interest somewhere around 7.9 percentage to 8%. Okay, here you are paying a certain amount of money, and the equal amount of money will be paid by your employer. Okay, part of that goes to EPF and part of that goes to EPS, that is employee pension scheme and employee provident fund. Okay, these are the two types. The rate of return is around 8%, and it is also highly safe. So it is just one way. I want to say that you will be making investment every month. It is just like recurring deposit. So every month you will be making, and once you retire, you will be going to be withdrawing this entire money. So that is EPF. Next, we have PPF, that is Public Provident Fund. This is open to all the people, whether you are a farmer or you are a entrepreneur or you are a businessman, or you are working in public sector or private sector. Okay, so it is open for everyone, and this PPF you can open it in most of the banks where you are actually having savings account. So what is the rate of interest that they are offering? Last quarter they offered 7.9%, around 8%. Most of the times they are offering 8%. So once you start depositing money here, the lock-in period is 15 years. That means the maturity date, maturity year is for minimum 15 years. You should stay invested for minimum 15 years. Before that, you cannot make any withdrawal. Okay. However, there are certain cases where you can make partial withdrawal after 5 years or 8 years based upon terms and conditions. This you can make investment only in your bank. Okay. PPF, that is Public Provident Fund. So it is also highly safe. Okay. So both of them are safe. Next, we have one more SIP. Not SIP. I'll discuss about liquid funds. Liquid funds. Okay, so these liquid funds, again we have mutual liquid funds, and the financial market liquid funds, and they are offering somewhere around 6.6 to 7% of rate of interest per annum, and this interest will be paid to the person every 3 months or every 6 months, once in 6 months. Okay, so this is the rate of interest, that is also very less, and it is with respect to safety is highly safe. So what is the main benefit here is that uh, the one important thing is that these liquid funds these liquid funds can be pledged, and you can get a collateral margin for trading purpose in your equity market, especially for the derivative segment that I'll be talking in a separate video, how to trade using collateral margin in equity market. So that is involving a lot of risk, so that I don't want to discuss right now. I'll take it up in a separate chapter. Okay. This is with respect to liquid funds, where you'll be having a 6 to 7% of return. Next, we have corporate bonds. So these corporate bonds, they're also offering around 7% rate of interest. Next one, the very important is most of the people they are fond of gold. Okay, especially the Indian woman, they are fond of gold. Okay, so what the village people or the people who are not awareing about the gold investment, what they do is that they go to a gold shop and they buy physical gold. Either they buy a ring or a chain or necklace or some kind of mm, bracelet or something, so many things. They buy a physical gold and they stay invested for 10 years, 15 years or 20 years. So when uh, his son or daughter has grown up, and then they'll transfer the property to his son or the daughter. Okay. So here, for example, when the gold for 10 gram, if the rate was 30,000, and if currently in 2021 the gold rate is somewhere around 50,000 for 10 gram, so there they are getting 20% or 20,000 return. So this gold market, it can be varying, it can be going up or it can be coming down. So there is a risk. Okay, but the risk is very small. Why? Because it does not make big movements. Gold will not be changing its rate like 10,000 rupees in 1 year. If it is 50,000 today, tomorrow it will not become 60,000, or tomorrow it will not become 40,000. No, so it will be varying very slightly, something like 49,500, 49,600. So by 100 rupees or 50 rupees every day, it will be changing. Okay. So the risk is there. That risk is slightly low. But instead of investing in gold, the physical gold, I tell you one more important thing, that is sovereign gold bonds, which is offered by RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so I'll just write gold physical. Okay, so I suggest people not to make any investment in this category. Don't make any investment in this category. Okay, until and unless if you want to wear the gold, if you want to enjoy it, and if you want to show off gold to your friends and family or relatives, anyone in the society, you can buy the physical gold and do your show off. But for investment purpose, for achieving the financial independence, you need not have to buy the gold physical, but you can buy the sovereign gold bond, which is offered by the RBI. So how, what is the mechanism? How is it working? It works as per the gold rate that is going on right now in the market. Okay. So, for example, if the market rate for the gold right now is 50,000, and after 10 years, if it becomes 80,000, the return will be 30,000. Okay. Next one, the RBI, what they do is that they offer some rate of interest, 3% rate of interest, in addition to the appreciation on the price of the gold. Suppose today I buy gold bond, SGB, sovereign gold bond. If I buy it today from RBI, every 6 months once, they are going to pay a rate of interest 1.5%, and after another 6 months they are paying 1.5 rate of interest. Okay, that interest will be directly credited to your bank account. One thing. Second thing, they will be considering the appreciation on the gold price in the market. Okay, so suppose if it is suppose, let's think about 8 years plan. If the gold price is going from, if it is going from 50,000 to, okay, so if it is going from 50,000 to 1 lakh, so you are making a profit of 50,000 for 10 gram. In addition to this, for 8 years you have stayed invested, you are going to make total of how many percentage? 24 percentage rate of interest. because 8 multiplied by 3. Okay, so that is going to be for 8 years, 4 and 3% rate of interest. So that is going to be 24. Okay, so that is what the addition money that you are going to be getting here. This is the additional money. Okay, suppose if you buy only the physical gold, what is happening? Only you are going to be making 50,000 return. But if since you are making gold, you are investing in the gold bond, you are going to be getting 24% extra return that is given by the RBI plus the 50,000 that is appreciated as per the market condition. Okay, so this is one of the very important investment if you want to stay invested in gold. So as part of my own portfolio, I have invested some part of money in sovereign gold bond, and that bond you can pledge it and you can get collateral funds for trading in equity and financial markets. Okay, so this is another method of investment. Okay, that is sovereign gold bond. This is one of the very important investment if you want to stay invested in gold instead of buying physical gold. Okay, next one we have mutual funds. Okay, so mutual funds. So again, in mutual funds, we have equity mutual funds, debt mutual funds. Okay, they offer different rate of interest. That rate of interest will be based on the market condition. Okay, so if the market is moving up, and suppose if the stocks that the asset under management AMC, if they have those particular stocks and those stocks are moving, and their NAV will also be moving up. So what happens is that if the market is moving, the mutual fund prices will also move up. So there is a simple logic, but there is some mechanism involved behind. Let us not discuss. So there is a slight amount of risk involved, not just a slight. There is a little more risk involved in mutual funds as compared to FD or EPF or PPF or the sovereign gold bond. So little risk. Okay, and how much return you can get? You can get around 12 to 15% return every year. You can expect, but provided the market condition is very good. Okay, or something like corona, if such cases come in India or anywhere in the world, the market starts crashing, and obviously the prices of mutual funds will be falling, and that it will be putting us in a kind of risk, or it will be putting us into a trouble situation. This is one investment strategy, that is mutual fund. Okay, so what I told earlier, if the return is high, the risk will be high. If the return is less, and the risk will be less. Okay, so the safety wise, we have FD, but the highly safe. The here the risk is coming, but the rate of return is also high. Next come the equity market. So this is where most of the people are not having awareness about the equity market. Okay, so I'll be making a lot of videos on equity market. I'll be coming up with more videos on how to invest in equity market, how to do the analysis of equity market. Okay, and how to sell the share or how to buy the share based on the analysis. That I'll be coming up with so many videos shortly. But for the timing, you understand the equity market risk is high. Okay, it's a risky business, and the rate of return, it depends upon the market conditions. Okay, so the market conditions are very important, and also there are so many parameters that you need to look for equity market. Suppose if you choose a stock, okay, that stock, how is it going to be performing throughout the year, throughout the quarter, throughout the 5 years, okay, how is it going to be doing? Based on that, your profit will be decided. And when you come to the equities, here the most of the what is going to be mattering is the fundamentals. If the fundamentals are very, very strong, the equity market is going to be very good for you. If the fundamentals of that particular stocks are not good, the stock will be falling, and there will be a lot of issues with the company, and there will be the corporate governance issue. That is one of the very dangerous issue associated with the company. Okay, corporate governance issue. Here I cannot guarantee any kind of return that you can get from the equity market. No, I cannot tell anything. There is no specific answer for that. And the risk wise, I'm telling you, it's a risky business and it's a risky investment. If you make any investment in the equity market, you should know the background. Okay, suppose if you make the investment in FD, just do nothing, go to the bank, invest, come and sleep in your house, you forget it. But equity doesn't work like that. It involves a lot of analysis, a lot of tracking. You need to track the market. So there are certain such conditions. Okay, this is it. This is what I wanted to tell you about, mainly how to achieve financial independence. So if you want to achieve financial independence, you should start making investment in these categories. Okay, so you should create a portfolio, and you based on the size of portfolio, you should allocate certain percentage of money into all of this category. Okay, you should allocate some money into FD, some money into PPF, liquid funds, sovereign gold bond funds, okay, into mutual funds, and some amount of money in equity market. Again, in equity market there are so many types: large cap, mid cap, small cap. I'll be discussing about all of those things in a separate video. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share with all of you, and make create awareness. Okay, and shortly I'll be coming up with one very interesting video: why Indian people don't invest in equity market, why they don't like equity market. You know, in India, how many percentage of people are present in the equity market? It is just 4%. So that is in India. You know how many percentage? Around 50 to 55 percentage people are present in equity market in United States. What is the main reason for this? It's not about awareness, it is something else. So I'll be coming up with a separate video: why Indian people don't invest in equity market, or why they don't prepare equity market. Whereas the people of United States, they prepare equity market, or the European people. Okay, stay tuned. I'll be coming up with a video, and please like this video, comment. If you have any particular suggestions, you can uh, tell me, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again.